So in Halo 3, there is a massive destroyed space elevator, but the thing is, the game developers made every part of it outside of the map. So can we explore it anyways? Let's give it a shot! So how exactly the remnants of the space elevator came to be on the mission Tsavo Highway is not something that you get to see in Halo 3. In fact, the sequence of events that leads to these weird rings being scattered all on this mission Tsavo Highway is from Halo 3 ODST. Well, Halo 3 ODST happens around the same timeline of Halo 2. And in Halo 3 ODST, you can actually see this elevator being destroyed in the background on the mission Uplift Reserve. But therein lies the problem. You only get to see it in Halo 3. The Halo 3 game developers Bungie did a great job of making every single part of these space elevator rings outside of the map. But that wasn't going to stop me. In fact, if you can somehow find a way outside of this map, the outside of this map is larger than most maps in the entire campaign. So there is a ton to explore. Obviously, for our first step, we're going to have to find a way outside of the map. And while this has really never been covered, Crizel found a method a few years ago that involves a warthog, and it's pretty simplistic if done correctly.
I really have never seen much about this. I really think a very, very small number of people on this planet actually know that you can do this.
And I'm also going to start World War III.
But there is a way to break outside of the map, but I think there is some stuff that we're gonna have to get up some trickery to get to all the parts. So we're going to try to explore these rings here that are way outside of the map.
Don't say trickery when I'm talking about World War III. Don't do it. Don't tempt me.
Don't.
Okay, so really quickly, I stopped at that purple piece of phantom wreckage because there's a deployable cover hidden under it. I was going to need that for later. You didn't actually see it because it's tucked under there pretty good, but in case you didn't know that, there is a deployable cover under that first piece of wreckage by the phantom right after you come outside of the cave. A little Easter egg for you. But to get out of this map, we first need to take the Warthog past the initial ramp. You'll then see phantom wreckage right by a cliffside. If you take your Warthog full speed around the backside of this, go up the slanted surface, and then inch the Warthog a couple more feet until you're at the very top. If you did it correctly, once you get out, you will be outside of the elastic barrier that was preventing you from getting out in the first place.
A lot more to this trick, and if we want to get to all the places, we're going to have to do a lot. So this is like basically a map break, but only for the first half of Tsavo Highway.
Okay, so now that we're out of the map, we now need the Warthog in order to be able to explore a lot of these sections of the rings. We're basically going to be using the Warthog and the deployable cover as our tools to see every part of the rings outside of the map. Because of this, we now need to nade this Warthog to the top of this cliff face where it will also be outside of the map. When you're near an elastic barrier and you get in a vehicle, it will suck you back into the playable map as fast as it can. So this is the reason why we need to get the Warthog up and outside of this elastic barrier.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I think that should be good. So now we need to get up to the Warthog, which is fairly simple. All you need to do is grenade jump up to this ledge on the left, and then bingo, bango, bongo. Now we gotta go get it. But one thing to note about this Warthog is we can't yet get in it. We're definitely going to need it to explore this entire map, as you will see in a couple of minutes. But in its current state on this cliffside, you actually have to get it further outside of the map, because if you get in it, it will just get sucked into the map really quickly, and the Warthog will no longer be up there.
We can't get in this hog yet, or else it'll get sucked into the map, so we gotta get it further out.
If you launch this Warthog to roughly around where this ring is, that's about the outside of the map barrier. Once you get it past that point and get in it, you're safe. But anything before that, you will still get sucked in.
Okay, I think that should be good.
You get sucked all the way back in.
I'm scared. Oh, jeez.
I was scared too, dude. Dude, if you switch to anniversary graphics, dude, it's amazing.
I'm switching. Dude, are you tricking me?
You have one job. No, dude, just press the button, dude. Switch to anniversary graphics. It's great. It's in 4D. Whoa.
Okay, so the first area we're going to try to get to are the rings far outside on the very bottom of this map.
I've just realized that an elite could not handle a rollover, but Master Chief could. His head's going to get smushed.
We first have to find the invisible wall, which we can then take all the way to an invisible cliff. Yes, a lot of invisible stuff.
I need you to get out.
Okay.
So Crizel invented a method that nobody really ever saw to get to the bottom of this map. He used the second player as a beacon to find the edge of this cliff face, which I didn't do the first time.
So that doesn't happen.
Okay, well. Yeah. Big oops, guys. Big oops.
3, 2, 1.
So, yeah, we didn't have a checkpoint, which meant we had to get the Warthog to this invisible cliff face again, but this time we were actually going to deploy his method of having a second player get out of the hog, walk until they fall off, and then using that as a guide. But the craziest part was yet to come. We weren't just going to be using this Warthog to find where the edge of this cliff face is. We were going to be using this Warthog as a snowboard. Yes. Krizel's method involves pushing this Warthog off the cliff face, being outside of the Warthog so that you can ride it down, and then right before you die from fall timer, you deployable cover jump by looking directly down and throwing a deployable cover while jumping at the same time, to then reset your fall timer so that you can live. Genius. Genius. But eventually my brother did find the edge of this cliff face, and I parked the Warthog just to the side of it. Now, in order to not have exactly one shot to pull this off, I had a third player that I was also controlling back in the map. I sent them ahead for a checkpoint, and now it was time to see if we could truly pull this off.
You died. Alright, my safety eats more. Are you chokes?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, alright, cool. Guys, now listen to ASMR of me smacking my gob.
Okay, so I'm riding this hog down, but it's really hard to tell, like,
Don't say that. Don't say that.
riding this fat hog.
Really should have a fat ex-girlfriend I could make fun of right now.
I prevented that from ever happening. He tells me I was not close on that one.
Hey, chicken. Garbage meat. Garbage people.
Oh, I thought you said that was neat, not garbage meat. I was like, oh, thank you.
That's neat, dude.
I'm not making that. I made it! Nice!
You know, some guy with some poor guy with a 55 BMI is starving in the background. Why don't we think of him?
So not only did the Warthog benefit us in helping us to get to the bottom of this map and survive, but it's going to benefit us to make this area a lot easier to traverse. Like I said, this area is ginormous. This bottom of the map area is larger than a lot of the campaign maps alone.
Get in my hog.
Stop moving!
Stop moving? I'm moving 2 inches.
Well, I have only one hand. It's hard to do this.
All you gotta do is hold one button.
Well, I'm using my left hand to hit the right button.
So yeah, my brother decided that a great time to eat artichokes was when we were filming. And I was naturally like, okay, whatever, just eat your artichoke and film. But now it was time to explore the rings outside the map. I have this one guy who found my channel a couple of weeks ago, and he has left probably 100 comments saying, when you get to the destination, stop jumping around. I want to see stuff. I want to see stuff. Well, okay. Okay, guy. I'm going to let you see stuff. Don't hurt me.
I do not remember anything. We haven't played the campaign so long. I can't remember anything.
Water weird.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Oh, it's
Well.
stabbing me in the chest.
When's your funeral?
Oh, I gotta get it. I gotta pull over.
Sure, are you okay?
No. No.
Sure,
No, 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 no. I'm not even close to okay.
sure.
Dude, this goes on forever.
Disco? I love disco, dude.
Of course, the second I say that, we stop. As God intended.
You gotta humble you.
Dude, look at how
Just stay
how
humble.
big this out of the map area is. Look how far away we are from the actual map.
Not as big as a dumpster week, but it's pretty good.
No, that one was
No.
like insanely far. But also, we were walking, and we have a warthog now. So
That's true. It could be bigger. Probably is.
imagine if we'd have walked that entire distance, dude. It took us like a couple minutes to drive it.
All right, I forgot. This is touchscreen. Touchscreen Halo.
We're in the mountain.
We are dwarves under the mountain.
Dude, there's a hangar in that mountain. Look in that mountain. There's a hangar there. Is that the hangar from Crow's Nest? The previous?
Maybe.
I think it is.
Probably.
We'll have to get closer once we get closer to outside of the map. Look, it looks like the library's in Interstellar.
Pronounced library.
My bad. Get off of this and be my spawn beacon real quick. If we can get up here, I can avoid having to warthog launch across the gap. Okay, remember how earlier I said we were going to explore different parts of these rings outside of the map? Well, we already explored this part of the map, but if you take the warthog all the way across the invisible wall, it leads back to the base of the cliff near the inside of the map. This is one of those rare instances where I could get two birds with one stone. The only way to get to the large rings that are outside of the cave right when you exit from the base is to somehow find a way to launch across a gap. And that was my plan. But I already had a warthog, I was at the bottom of the map, and if I could launch to the top of this cliff face, I wouldn't have to do any of those steps. So I stood on top of my warthog, stuck the back bumper with a plasma grenade. Okay, there is a death barrier there. And then immediately found out that there's a death barrier here, so that would not be a possibility.
That was the wrong answer.
Okay, get in. Now that we have explored the bottom section of the map where the rings extend outside of the map that you can't actually touch, we're now going to explore the physical ring that's just outside of the hangar at the beginning of the mission. But in order to do that, we're going to have to cross that gap that I mentioned earlier. It's really the only way to get to the other side to be able to explore this. Okay, I have to launch across this gap and get over the barrier here. To do this, I set a warthog upside down. My plan was to stick the back side of it and then use it to launch to the opposite cliff face. Now, I knew I would need checkpoints for this, so I sent my third player, who I was also controlling, forward to get one of those. I'm gonna get a checkpoint here.
One who looked at an artichoke was like, I would eat that. Pineapple doesn't look like a very inviting food either.
Okay, I think I'm gonna make it. Nice, I'm to the other side. We are now ready to explore. Oh wait, we need a warthog. Shoot. So I realized I had done these steps out of order. That ring that's outside of the hangar that I'm going to try to get to, well, I want to get to every part of it, including the top of it. And the top of it is far too high for you to double jump or grenade jump up to. So again, I would need a tool, and I was planning on using a warthog to launch up there. But obviously, I forgot the warthog. So what I did was I had my third player go and take the warthog to a cliff face just outside of the hangar to be able to launch it effectively with grenades up to the mountainside by the ring. Because I was already outside of the map, I could just walk to this point and then procure the warthog once this was done.
Okay, tell them the real reason. The reason you need the warthog is because you never had your father's love.
That's true. That's why I need to do a sick warthog launch at the end of every video.
Help me buy a new hat.
Are you coming over here?
I'm currently engorged right now, thank you.
Oh shit. Okay, I almost died.
I don't die, I just died.
Don't worry, you don't have to worry about that.
I'm here. No, I'm not. I'm not here at all.
Okay, you're gonna help my second player. Can you get in the warthog real quick?
No, it's just, I don't, my hand's covered in grease. I only have one hand. No, would you, every time.
Just hold the button.
I have to reach with my left hand the other side. It's not as easy as it sounds.
Okay, ready? 3,
Yep.
2, 1.
Alrighty.
Perfect. I mean, look at this weather.
Sunny, beautiful. Man, does not. Hey. If you went off into like some pit, I would have died. Died laughing.
Actually, I would have died.
Shut up. Don't talk. Hey.
Yeah, I need to get to the top of this because I don't see any other way. So in order to get to the top of this, obviously my plan was to Warthog launch up there, but I couldn't use the method that I'd used previously of sticking the bumper because I would go about 500 feet in the air. I needed a baby launch. So my plan was to line the Warthog up near the ring and just throw a plasma grenade behind it on the ground.
Oh. Convenient.
I was hoping that this would get me enough height, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. Damn it. I don't want to go to like too insanely high. Like that. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Nice.
We're really doing a good job today.
No, we're efficient as heck. This is sweet. How many people do you think have stood on the top of this thing?
Just you.
The only one who I always wanted to touch these rings. I was like, dude, I have to be able to find a way. And then I found a method of Krizel getting outside another part of this map. And I was like, well, what if I could just use this for my own purposes? Do you want to come up here?
Sorry, I'm just considering. Yeah. Wow, this is.
Hello. I am above the ring.
Hello, I am above the ring. Please help me.
I am on top of the ring. Look at all these dead phantoms. Why there's so many? There's 3 of them.
I don't know. It's kind of strange, actually.
Alright, sorry about that. I misstepped. I saw you trying to get me back, dude. Don't worry.
I stopped because if I knocked us both down, it was going to be no fun. Oop, I've fallen. Oh, no.
Hardcore parkour.
All right, can I do this?
He's
Let's
not even
see. Why
solid.
not? Oh,
Throw grenades right through them. But that part is. That's weird. No, it isn't. Never mind. I'm seeing things.
a hip hop. Oh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened there?
They're not solid. Brother. They're not solid, brother.
I was hoping to just hop to each one. It's going to be fun. Brother.
Oh, I'm in the map now.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No!
Can you
Bob's their only hope.
Oh, you just fall back in the map. Okay, let's check it out over here. Oh, I'm falling off a cliff. Okay, I'm not falling off a cliff. Oh, this is the giant cliff that I was looking at. Okay, good thing I did not go over there.
I didn't fall off it.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at this hangar and see. This looks like the hangar from Crow's Nest. Like, pretty much exactly. Yeah, it even has the weird, like, window thing on the right that it's supposed to have. So, in case you didn't know. Oh, there's even an attached room that was the attached room. I can get really close to this, actually. That's crazy.
Touch it. Touch it.
Do you see this? There's a cliff over here. Why would they even design this part of the cliff if you can't see it and they made everything else invisible?
It's Bungie, dude. It's Bungie. I love how the Covenant is a super advanced alien society of
Hoodlums.
a coalition of other aliens, and they can't invent a rifle that shoots plasma straight.
I know. Like, that giant part that we went out is just a little part of this, comparatively.
No, I just see you in the mountain. You're a dwarf. All right,
let's
we gotta
go
hurry this up, 'cause I want to say stuff I can't say on camera.
Cliffs are awesome. Okay, I think I'm going to need your help. I want to try to get to this bridge over here. So the next area that I wanted to explore was this bridge. I've always wondered, can you stand on it? Is it possible to get to it? Is it even solid? So I drove my Warthog over there, and I accidentally found out that this bridge is in the map for whatever reason. Oh, even though it's outside of the map when you're in the playable area. What the hell? I'm like in the map now? I'm fricked, dude.
So, dude, I'm so fricked, dude. My mom finds out I'm fricked.
Ah, there's a death barrier there. Ah, last checkpoint.
So unfortunately, my last checkpoint was the Warthog launch across the gap, and then I would have to walk to this bridge every time. And since we're getting towards the end of the episode, I'm not going to make you sit through that. But my plan now was to slide jump down the slanted surface as many times as I could so that I could jump off and make the huge gap all the way to the bridge. Was this going to work? No idea. It didn't work because of that weird barrier, but I still had the deployable covers, so my plan was to try to slide jump and then equipment jump to this bridge.
This bridge is not solid.
Well, I quickly found out the bridge isn't actually solid.
Is any part of that bridge solid?
So my only hope was trying to land on the support beams, if they were even solid.
Okay, I landed on this metal thing, barely.
Dude, this house is haunted. Straight up.
Die. Wait, these railings are solid?
Dead dog's just hanging around with the ghost.
There you go, you spawned.
Couldn't step out on map. Ooh.
Look, the bridge is not solid, but these railings are.
I'm sunk in the cement.
Oh, shit.
Hey, what happened?
That was all there was to explore there.
Artichokes are so good.
So weirdly enough, some of the rings outside of the map are not solid at all, and others are completely solid.
Then you have that artichoke heart at the end, and it's just...
The one ring that sticks up the highest in the air is actually solid. So naturally, I drove the Warthog over here, stood on top of it, and launched all the way to the top of it.
So, no, it doesn't matter what you leave,
Easy.
what trash you leave.
Lux.
Feelings, dude. I lost my hands for the fourth time. Don't try to grease again. Just so you just know, it's not because I was eating, it's just that I naturally produce so much grease I've washed my hands 3 times an hour.
Oh, I fell down.
So the last areas that we will be exploring are the 2 rings that are just outside of the tunnel entrance to Tsavo Highway. Luckily, it's pretty simple, and you can either grenade jump, Warthog grenade jump, or double jump up to the top of this.
Or is it just a facade?
You're a facade.
Don't tell them that.
See, this ring is easily explorable as well. It's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet, dude. Pretty sweet.
I bet this isn't solid. Nope. Nope.
I survived. Can I do it again? I don't think so. Nope, I did. The Shilt fail, but it's just me doing very mediocre tricks that anyone should be able to do, but I just barely get them each time.
This is awesome. Look at this trench, man. Is there anything actually connecting this? Or is this all not solid?
What? No.
I think it's all not solid.
Interesting.
Including this, probably? So this just drops off a cliff? I wonder if this is solid. It is. Why? Why would they do such a thing?
Bonsai, dude. I'm bonsai'd to the gills.
This starts going up? Weird. Oh, I can just walk all the way to the top of this? I thought I was not going to be able to make it. I can't even fall in between. In betwixt this. All the sponsors that get to reach out to me, I'm like, dude, I can't offer people this. Oh, this is solid too.
Like what?
Timu keeps reaching out to me.
We could make so much money if we had no morals. Well, I mean, you could have the girl do the Timu one because she loves it. I'm not saying her name on here. No one needs to know.
This is solid, but the other part wasn't. Okay.
Listen, dude, they figure out you're not gay, you're gonna lose half of your subscribers.
You think most of the men are in this just for me, you think?
Yeah. But mostly it's my voice, my sultry voice.
It is very
Slow down.
dainty. I do like it.
That's not what sultry means.
It's dainty.
Smoky.
Check it.
Did you have a face made for radio? Thank you.
Boom! Easy money, mountain to mountain, done. Complete this trick. Put a cherry on the top.